I was born to preach the gospel. I was born to preach the gospel. I was born to preach the gospel. And I sure do love my job, yeah. I was born to preach the gospel. I was born to preach the gospel. I was born to preach the gospel. And I sure do love my job, yeah. Yes, I really love my job. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. Oh, I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. Yes, I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. Get firmly rooted. So let's get firmly rooted. Let's get firmly rooted. So let's get firmly rooted. Oh, I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. Let's get firmly rooted. Firmly rooted. Let's get firmly rooted. Yeshua, 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 Yeshua. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. We are disciples that make disciples that make disciples. We are disciples that make disciples that make disciples. We are disciples that make disciples that make disciples. Let's get firmly rooted. Firmly rooted.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Wednesday morning. Pastor Tom Donnelly, Firmly Rooted Ministries, and we are strengthening our roots. Vivian Davis, good morning. Jason Bailey, good morning. Steve Giroux, good morning. Bert Reggiani, good morning, everyone. Anne-Marie Jankowski-Bell, good morning. Anne-Marie Johnson, good morning. My cousin Dave Donnelly down in Florida, good morning. People are popping in. All right. So the verses we're going to look at today, again, I don't think are profound theologically, but let me get at them and then we'll talk about it a bit. Because, hey, Cindy Siebert, how are you? And Emily Connolly, good morning. So this is what you'd call a transition section, right? There was that riot in Ephesus, and so it says, when the uproar had ended, Paul sent for the disciples, and after encouraging them, said goodbye and set out for Macedonia. He traveled through the area, speaking many words of encouragement to the people, and finally arrived in Greece, where he stayed for 3 months. Because the Jews made a plot against him just as he was about to sail for Syria, he decided to go back through Macedonia. He was accompanied by, listen to the list, Sopater, son of Pyrrhus from Berea, Aristarchus and Secundus from Thessalonica, Gaius from Derbe, Timothy also, and Tychicus and Trophimus from the province of Asia. These men went ahead and waited for us at Troas. But we sailed from Philippi after the Feast of Unleavened Bread, and 5 days later joined them at Troas, where we stayed for 7 days. Here at Firmly Rooted, we've been making a lot of noise about where our Christian faith should lead us not into a lifelong infancy of maturity, but that we would mature and grow up and be disciples, that we would become disciples. And the only way you make a disciple is there needs to be a rabbi. A rabbi needs to be the individual that leads, and other people find what the rabbi is saying so true that they follow him. It's you got it. I mean, I know it's obvious, but we have to see that fishermen and tax collectors, in some instances, left their positions to go follow this rabbi. But then it would be simply people would follow somebody who was a more mature Christian than them, and so then this process takes place where the newer Christian grows more effectively when someone's guiding that growth, and then they in turn, as they witness to people, are taught to have them disciple them. And so there's this idea that I'm following and I'm allowing to others to follow me. And it's amazing to me that right out in a kind of know-nothing section of Acts chapter 20, Luke, who doesn't even mention himself, decides to list all these individuals that are from towns and cities where Paul went. Berea and Derbe and Thessalonica, the province of Asia. That not only did he have his key ones like Titus or Timothy or Barnabas or Silas, but as he stayed in places and preached the gospel, people rose up and said, I want to follow you. And before you know it, like Jesus, Paul has this entourage that's not an entourage like we think in America. It's an entourage of individuals who want to know more and want to know the power and want to know the authority and want to be able to share the truth of the gospel the way Paul does, and they're following him. And I'm certain that it's training ground. He's repeating the only thing that he knows is that he's now a Christian rabbi, and he's got to allow men and women to follow him so that the next generation can take over where he's left. Somewhere, especially in America, we lost that process. We individualized our Christian faith, even sometimes individualized it so much that we individualized it in a home. It's no longer a faith of the home, it's my faith. And this husband has his faith separate, and the kids have their separate faiths. And there's no idea, even in the family structure, of follow me. It is, let's go to church. Okay, we did what we were supposed to. Now let's go live life. It's so contrary to what the book of Acts is telling us. We're supposed to live life together because all of us born-again Christians find ourselves in this challenging new kingdom. Powerful, but challenging. And we only can learn about this kingdom properly if we learn it from one another. Again, the more mature Christians allowing others to follow them so that they can rub off on them, and they then can in turn do it to the next, to the next, to the next, and the process continues. And I just wanted to make it clear that Paul's living it out, not just Jesus. Paul's living it out as he's allowing men and women to follow him, and he's training them while he's on his own individual mission to preach the gospel, fulfill his purpose. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. Hey, Roger from Firmly Rooted Greendale. Good morning, Olivia. Good morning. I got my new study Bible in. Woo, woo, woo. I'll have to stop by soon. Yeah, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see what you have. All right, everyone. I think that's it. Blessings on your day. Make it a firmly rooted day, and may someone see Jesus in us today. Peace.